Hello, and welcome to Shortcut Up CNC. Today we're going to talk about the importance of vectors being assigned to their own layers and how it makes things easier to create toolpaths. Most individuals, when they purchase vectoric software, whether it be Aspire, VCarve Pro, or VCarve Desktop, they end up selecting and holding the shift key down on your keyboard, selecting the vectors manually, one at a time, going across. Of course, that's the only way you could do it with all these other vectors around. So then you create your toolpath. Well, there's a lot easier way of doing that, and that's to have those vectors on a certain layer. To give you an example, I'm going to turn off the light bulbs on these, and you'll see that it's pocket one layer. Those are the ones that are highlighted. Those are the ones that I selected. Now, if I leave everything off and I turn back on the profile cut layer, and then I take and I go highlight like that, now I can create the toolpath for that particular pocket, which is pocket one here. So there you see one easy benefit of having the individual pockets or vectors on their own layers. Now, here's the biggest advantage. When you've got something that looks like that, that was created on its own layer. That entire fluting vectors, all those arrays of fluting vectors, there's 100 vectors for each one of these egg holes. So you're looking at 1,200 vectors right there. If you were to have to manually select each one, that would take you forever to do. Plus, also, if you were to try to select those with all these other vectors all on one layer, it'd be complicated. You can do it, sure. I could highlight that. I can go in, zoom in, hold the shift key down, and eliminate what I don't want manually, one at a time. And there's another one way down here. Boom. So there are three of them on, well, two of them. Well, okay, we don't have one highlighted. Okay, there we go. So let's do that again. Boom. Highlight everything. And then you'd have to manually go in here and turn all these off that you don't want. And that takes time, a lot of time involved in doing this. So now, having them all on its own individual layer, you can turn all these things off that you don't want, highlight the entire area, and go create your toolpath. So that's one of the very biggest benefits of having layers for vectors. Plus, here's another big advantage. You could make a master vector layer and lock that layer down. I'll show you that. That's my master vector layer for this particular program or video. And I have it locked to where it can't be altered or changed. Now you can unlock it and then copy and paste. If you have problems with the other layers, you just copy and paste them to the, or move them. You can move or copy to other layers. And to unlock the layer to where you can do those, do that particular stuff. See, now I can actually highlight the items whereas before I couldn't do anything with it because it was locked. If I go and lock it back up, you'll notice if I try to highlight, it won't nothing changes. It's locked. It can't be altered. So there's another benefit of having vectors associated to layers. So there you have it, folks. Vectors associated to their own layers so that you can create toolpaths a whole lot easier than manually selecting each vector one at a time or as groups. Thank you for watching Shortcut of CNC.